Hello everyone, this is Space Elephant from the Might and Magic Duel of Champions team at Ubisoft Quebec City. I'm here at the Musée de la Civilisation of Quebec City because they're hosting this awesome exhibition about the history of video game. And there's a little part of Duel of Champions inside this exhibition. The other reason why we're here is that because the museum has some kick-ass dungeons, which are the perfect locations for a Duel of Champions interview with producer Stefan Jankowski. So check it out. Hello everyone, I'm sitting here with Stefan Jankowski, producer of the game. Isn't it an awesome place for an interview, Stefan?
It's incredible. I mean, the look and the feel, it's really fitting with Duel of Champions, so really great settings.
It's a great choice that we've made here. Let's start with the interview right now, Stefan, because it's been a year that we are online now, a little more than a year. So it's hard to discuss the future of Duel of Champions without talking a little bit about the past.
Mm-hmm.
So as it's been a year now that we are live, what are the things that you are the most proud of?
Honestly, this is the whole story about Duel of Champions. We released the game coming from nowhere, using the Might and Magic IP that we knew was very high quality and high standard.
Very rich.
Yeah, and the players were expecting a lot from the game because of the brand of Might and Magic. So we had very high level of expectation from the gamers and from ourselves too. So we delivered a game that is cross-platform, online, free-to-play, a lot of complex stuff that we need to do in the back end, but also having a great game that is fun to play and very deep. So right now what we have in the hands is wonderful on that. So it has been a very long journey, let's say, but it's only the beginning, I would say. We are really proud about what we've done, and we are expecting a lot from the future for Duel of Champions.
Great, that's great. Other question, is there something that happened during the last year that you will have never expected on the project?
Well, everything around competition was really a surprise for us. We were doing a game that was playing online, and we had this competitive mode and ranked duels, etc. But we never expected the community to get back to us saying, no, we want tournaments, we want leaderboards, we want to have find the best players and to fight against the best players. And we're just like, okay, let's work around that. Let's try to see what we want to do around that and to create all the good conditions to create competitive gameplay, basically.
You have talked about different features that you didn't expect it from the community. So is that something that you change in your priorities after seeing some feedback from the community?
Oh, definitely. One of the good examples that we have is Twitch. That streaming platform around games and online games. We had a lot of people coming from Twitch, users, players from our fan base, using Twitch to stream their game. And we didn't know what to do exactly with that, and we're discovering with the players and with the fans. It's just like, okay, that sounds really fun at the base, and so we wanted to create something better as a user experience for our players. So we talked with the guys from Twitch, and we found a solution to basically embed Twitch within Duel of Champions. So with the next extensions, the next versions coming this summer, we're going to have the ability to basically click a button and live stream on Twitch directly from the game. So this is exactly what we want to offer for the players based on their requests, based on what's happening, within the game.
That's awesome. I'm pretty sure that our streamers will be very excited to hear about that.
I mean, we know the guys, we know the QQ99, we know the Rock Alone and all the Mom Cards community, and even Matusdik, our world champion, is streaming his games. So I think that they're gonna love it.
Yeah, that will be a great asset for a game actually. Let's talk about a more deeper aspect of your video game career here, Stefan. So, do you have one favorite moment that happened during the last year that you will remember for all of your career?
Well, I've been working in online games since quite a long time now, so I know a bit of community management, customer support, and managing the players, but a bit from far from the players. But now we've made some live events. We were at the DreamHack last winter in Jönköping in Sweden.
Yeah.
And that was a very weird feeling to, have the players saying, hey Stefan, I love your game, this is awesome. I was like, oh wow, we have real person, it's not just customer, it's not a figure in an Excel sheet, it's really getting into contact with the players. and that help us remembering why we do that game. We do that for the fun of the players, and that's always
Absolutely.
driving us.
Yeah. And have you ever had such a close relationship to players before, or is it the first time that?
That's the closest, let's say.
Oh, yeah?
I don't want to go into details about how close. No, just joking.
We know that running an online game is not always easy. So let's talk about the biggest challenges with being an online game, and how is that to always adapt and create new content?
Well, it's always a matter of understanding what's happening live. So we have to have monitoring systems so we can know if the players are happy or not happy, what are the main bugs, or what are the main issues, etc. So we need to fix the big issues as soon as possible and as quick as possible. So this is the first part of the challenge. And then you have the midterm, long-term challenge when you have to be sure that the game is still enjoyable for new players, but also for players who are with us since 1 year now. So it's a matter of balance to be sure that we are putting our efforts in the right place. So it's a good investment for the players in the end. So it's tough. It's managing a lot of different countries, languages, a lot of information that needs to go to different teams, etc. around the world. But in the end, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of, let's say, positive stress.
There's kind of a peer pressure within the team to achieve that goal and go in that direction, for example.
And we are players too. We are playing the game since since a year now. So we have our own winning our own request to say, hey, could we have that too?
Exactly.
So it's a nice balance to find. Let's
say. I get that. If we talk a little bit about the future of the game, what are your priorities for the upcoming months? We know that Herald of the Void was just released and players were expecting that, but what's coming up for the upcoming months?
So the future is going to be around competition and communities. So we want to be sure that we are offering our growing fan base all the right tools and the right support. So for example, we are releasing in the couple of next months a Portuguese version and a Russian version. So you're going to have all the cards and all the text translated in those languages, because we know that it's a complex game to master if you don't read it in your mother tongue, So we wanted to offer that for our growing communities, and we're also going to have a lot of focus on competition. Online competition, live competition. So we are going to be present in a lot of live events. Talking about DreamHack, getting back to DreamHack, getting back to Paris Games Week. We're going to be a bit everywhere around the globe.
That's great. And you told a little bit about competition. What about tournaments? What's on the radar for Duel of Champions, actually?
Well, if you haven't heard about it yet, we just announced Road to Paris. So Road to Paris is our big World Championship for 2013. We want to select the right players and the best players around the world, would it be online or in live competition, in live events, and flew them to Paris. We want to have the 8 paid players in Paris by the end of the year and do the big final for 2013 for Duel of Champions. So that's going to be really cool. We want to have a lot of good things happening around that. Watch out, you're going to be surprised.
I'm sure our players will be very excited about that. Maybe one last question, Stefan. Not really a question, but any other good words to end this interview?
I mean, honestly, the community is really what is driving us. We are actually looking at a live game, being streamed on Twitch all the day. We have a TV within the studio to watch people streaming their games, doing interviews and this kind of stuff. It's really a wonderful experience for us to really get in touch with the community, and the future is really bright for us. So I'm really looking forward to have the same interview in 1 year. Maybe in the same setup. Who knows?
Sure, we'll do that.
And talk again about Duel of Champions and the future.
All right. Thanks a lot for your time,
Thanks
Stefan.
a lot, Emil.
Thanks a lot for your support, dear players, and thanks a lot to the Musée de la Civilisation of Quebec City for setting us up in this awesome environment. So thanks for your support, guys. Check all of the news are coming on Facebook and on Twitter as well. Check the forums, and see you on the battleground, guys.